Hello, I'm Greg Thorne with GetRodBlinds.com, and thank you for your interest in Syncork, which is a great synthetic option over natural cork in the use of fishing rod handles. You know, avid anglers have used traditional cork handles for years, and they have all experienced eventually where the cork wears out, wears down, and eventually fails. And it can't help itself. It's because cork is a natural organic material that's eventually prone to decay. Syncork, however, though, is a man-made material. It cannot absorb water, it cannot rot, and it's also lighter in physical weight and denser than organic cork. Syncork is also resistant to petroleum products, many petroleum products, suntan lotions, insect repellents, alkalines, just about everything you can throw into a fishing boat, Syncork has been up against and won. Another major Syncork benefit is that its surface can be textured into many different levels of roughness or naps that create a better grip and comfort level over other handle materials. So ounce for ounce, Syncork offers far superior performance and design capabilities, and it's been used on thousands of fishing rods, and it's a time-tested, proven product. So let's head into the handle shop, and we'll show you how to shape Syncork in one of the finest fishing rod handles that you can craft. When it comes to reaming out Syncork, you can use the same methods and procedures that you use with natural cork. And as you can see on Syncork, in the 1.25 inch outside diameters, there's a number of different inside diameters, saving you some reaming time with bigger blanks. But use the same methods that you use reaming out natural cork. You can apply that to Syncork. So now let's go over to the gluing station and we'll glue a few together. Okay, when gluing a Syncork to your rod handle, you can use the same methods that you normally do. I got some 5-minute epoxy here. What I'm going to do a little bit different here is add a tiny bit of black dye. It doesn't take a whole lot. And what that does is help camouflage the glue between the cork rings. Blends in perfectly. It's not completely necessary, but it's something I've found that I prefer. It's a nice cosmetic touch. And you just go about gluing the Syncork in the same fashion that you normally would your natural cork. Get a fairly liberal amount on there. Bring it down and give it a twist up against your adjoining cork. This one's already been glued on, so it's an anchored cork. And just continue the process. And to save a little video time, we won't glue this whole handle together. We'll just move on to the lathing processes. When it comes to shaping Syncork in a lathe, that's where it's a little bit different than other handle materials. Because Syncork is a plastic synthetic type material, if you were to apply conventional sandpaper under a high-speed lathe, temperatures will build up between the sandpaper and the material to the point where it could potentially melt a little bit of the outside surface of the product. What works wonderfully for shaping Syncork is a Stanley Sureform wood rasp. As you can see, it's aerated, really keeps the temperatures down nice and cool, and shapes the handle perfectly. If you want to get some contours into the handle, the same rasp is available in a half round. This is a microfile, that's the brand, and the teeth are a little bit less aggressive. As you can see, I left the edge on this foregrip a little bit square. If I wanted to, during the lathing process, apply this and make more of a beveled edge, it works wonderfully for that process. Once you got the handle to the diameter and the shape that you want, then it's time to apply the 3M drywall sanding screen. Again, it's aerated, keeps the temperatures down, smooths off the material very nicely. And then what I like to do, the final stage, is while it's still in the lathe, but just holding the rod, I don't have the lathe on, I'll take some 60 grit sandpaper and just rub the surface all the way around. Doesn't take a lot, but give it a good rub, and that pulls up a nap, pulls it up and it creates a real nice texture on the grip. If your hand is wet or sweaty, it's probably the best, one of the more comfortable grips you can get on a fishing rod handle. So now we'll chuck one into the lathe and show you how to shape it. Okay, we've got one chucked into the lathe. We'll start out with the Stanley Sureform wood rasp file to knock it down to get the diameter that we want. It's a little noisy at first when you're knocking down those ridges of epoxy. It's a little messy, but it's kind of fun. You want to keep that file moving. You don't want to keep it in one spot like this. You build up heat, so just keep it moving back and forth. Okay, now at about this point, it's a pretty rough texture. And there are some people that really prefer that type of grit. And if you wanted to knock it down just a little bit with some 60 grit paper at this stage, I call this the Gorilla Grip, and it's actually preferred by a lot of anglers. But we're going to take it down to the next level with a better, smoother, polished finish. We'll rough it up again with the rasp. Okay, now we'll take the drywall screen. I like to come at it from the bottom side, working it in this fashion. Again, keep the sandpaper moving, keeps it cooler. And get it down to where it's pretty smooth to the eye when it's turning. Now I'm going to take this 60 grit paper and rub it back and forth in this fashion, and that brings up a nap, and it also cosmetically smooths out the appearance of the Syncork. So put a fair amount of downward pressure on that sandpaper and just cover the whole surface in that fashion. And that brings up that nap, which creates a real comfortable texture and grip if your hands are wet from sweat or water from catching fish or in the rain. It's really a nice grip. Hence Syncork, get a grip on it. So that's the lathing process. Thanks for watching.